Hi, I'm Donnie Farmer, and I'm an idiot. A complete, total idiot. At least that's what I've been called most of my life. Fortunately, I learned at a very early age the business world is not exactly run by geniuses. And in a few minutes, you'll find out why being an idiot is the real secret to you making money. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard the expression, those that can do and those that can't teach? Would you prefer to learn how to do something from someone who is actually doing it, or from someone who just researched a topic, compiled a report to teach you how to do something that they, the so-called guru, has never done but only researched? If you're like most people, you want to learn from someone who is actually doing it. Every year for the past 25 years, I've owned and operated numerous multi-million dollar per year businesses in a wide variety of industries, both online and offline. Combined, these businesses have comfortably brought in over 9 figures and allowed me to live a life that most people only dream of. Not bad for an idiot, don't you agree? However, it hasn't always been that way. Everything changed when I learned and implemented the system I'm revealing to you in this short presentation. So watch the presentation until the end and you'll discover these powerful secrets and the most effective way you can earn more money and experience true financial freedom without fear of losing your current job and without financial risk. Remember, I'm providing such valuable information, I don't know if I'll be able to keep this presentation free much longer. You may think you've tried it all and seen it all, yet I can guarantee that you've never seen anything like what I'm about to reveal to you today. One tip in particular will totally shock you. However, I have to warn you up front, I'm not one of those famous or wannabe famous internet marketing gurus. As a matter of fact, I don't crave attention. My anonymity has served me well throughout the years. And even though I'm a multi-millionaire, I have a small confession to make. I continue to buy just about all of the flashy new courses and programs being offered by the big name money-making gurus. You know, the gurus you've seen on TV and on the internet, because I believe you should always be trying to learn something new. And one secret I've learned consistently from all these courses and seminars is that I make more money than 99%, if not 100%, of the gurus teaching this stuff. It's quite obvious after attending these events and buying these courses that very few have actually sold anything other than how to make money information. And let me be perfectly clear, there is nothing wrong with that. Some of these gurus are the best marketers around, at least on selling money-making stuff. Think about this. If all the proven strategies and advice on making money being peddled by the gurus actually worked, why are the vast majority of people failing so miserably, with many failing to make even a single sale? It's not your fault if you are one of the millions that have fallen victim to these lies. However, you need to decide now to stop allowing these so-called gurus from extracting you from your hard-earned money with their latest and greatest schemes designed only to get your money. This is the reason you continue to struggle to get ahead financially and may even feel like the proverbial hamster on the wheel. So, if you're happy listening to your favorite guru's latest shenanigans, then leave this presentation and go check your email inbox for their latest and greatest tricks to extract you from your hard-earned money. However, if you'll stay with me for just a few minutes longer, I'll let you in on an incredibly simple system that has the potential to change your financial situation forever. And to reward you for investing your precious time in discovering this system, at the end of this presentation, I'll also share with you a few of my many products that have generated multi-million dollars in sales and continue to do so to this day. Unfortunately, I can't disclose all my products because, believe it or not, some of the low-class marketers would jump on these products like they were a starving squirrel jumping on the last peanut on earth. These are real products that once you know what they are, you'll think to yourself, why didn't I think of that? You may be wondering, why am I willing to share with you a system that has made me a multi-millionaire? First, I'm going to share a story with you that's extremely personal. As a matter of fact, I almost edited out several parts of this because they're so personal. You'll see why in just a moment, so keep watching. Fair enough? Several years ago, Darla, my wife of 34 years, and I started construction on our dream home, a 20,000 square foot mansion. Hey, there was only 2 of us living there, and we didn't want to keep bumping into each other. This mansion was on the first hole of a very famous golf course. We had simply grown tired of our 6,000 square foot mini mansion, as our friends called it, that was on the 18th hole of the same golf course. I don't want to brag. Well, yes, I do a little, but the pool house we built for our live-in housekeeper cost more than most people's homes. We built 3 swimming pools, one just for appearances to balance out the view overlooking the golf course when you're looking through the 35-foot walls of glass, or when you're standing on the interior bridge next to the 40-foot waterfall. One was for the swim-up bar. The third pool was just for balance, and it looked extremely cool. My wife was a ballet dancer in school many years ago and still loves to dance. So I built her a dance floor complete with the rotating disco mirror ball and fog machine. And I built me a wine room that would hold 3,500 bottles of my favorite beverage and a cocktail bar that most clubs would be envious of. The home theater has its own ticket booth with a mannequin to take the tickets and a concession stand so our guests can have freshly popped popcorn and candy. I could easily charge $6 for a small popcorn and $5 for a soda to make the experience more realistic. Of course, I would never do that because although I may be an idiot, I'm certainly not a jerk. And while most of the so-called gurus go to the Playboy Mansion for a party, Playboy actually came to our mansion to do 5 separate photo shoots. And MTV filmed 2 music videos in our mansion for an incredibly hot song you would surely recognize. Life was great. However, when we were about 6 months into the construction process, my wife Darla got up one morning, and as she walked to the kitchen for our daily coffee, she said she felt a little dizzy. So we made her a doctor's appointment. The earliest they could schedule her was in a couple of weeks. No big deal. We figured they would perform a few tests and tell her she needed to relax and get rid of some stress. At the time, we had over 100 employees and owned our own 50,000 square foot office building, so a little stress-free living certainly was the welcome news we were expecting. She went to her doctor's appointment and had some tests performed. We waited anxiously, and a few days later, the doctor's office called and said her results were in. You know it can't be good when the doctor starts off by saying, "We don't want to scare you, but we need you to come in to discuss the results right away. Unfortunately, there was no gentle way to break the news to us other than to say, "You have a brain tumor." The doctor suggested we monitor the tumor, and at some point, as it continued to grow, the only option was surgery to remove the tumor or chemo and radiation to shrink it. This is certainly something I hope you never, ever have to encounter. Yet, how would you react and what would you do? I pray you never have to find out. The tumor continued to grow. So after a few years of watching it very closely, it was time for my wife to go under the knife. She went through a grueling 12 to 14 hour surgery to remove the tumor, and thankfully the surgery was a success. However, she lost her hearing completely in her right ear from the surgery, yet she is now cancer-free. Unforeseeable events like this come like cataclysms and have the power to totally redefine your reality. So after getting through this nightmare, we ask ourselves, what is really important in life? After some deep soul searching, we decided it was time to start enjoying life. We sold our 20,000 square foot dream mansion, our other 6,000 square foot mini mansion, our 50,000 square foot office building, and one of our other businesses, which was a mobile health screening business. How ironic. We tested people for strokes, carotid artery disease, diabetes, and several other health conditions. However, we decided to keep a few of our businesses. I'll explain why in just a moment. Decisions made, homes and businesses sold, we felt the time had finally arrived for us to start enjoying the fruits of our years of hard work. However, out of nowhere, life threw us a curveball again. It was May 28th, right after Memorial Day, when I came into the office and our son who works with us had just cooked a great Texas-style barbecue spread for the holiday, took a good look at me and said, "Dad, you don't look good. You look ashy and pale. Do you want me to take you up to the emergency room so they can check you out?" Being the incredibly hard-headed, stubborn, I never get sick man that I am, I politely declined and decided I'd be better off just going home for a quick nap. When I got home, I simply couldn't get comfortable enough to fall asleep, so I returned to the office. I stayed at the office for several hours and left to head back home. I don't remember any of this. You'll understand why in just a second. Apparently, when I got home, I took my watch off. I'm a Patek Philippe kind of a guy. Took my wallet and keys out of my pocket, as I normally would do, and then I walked out our back door, across the gravel walkway, barefooted, and crossed the boulevard. I walked into the Walgreens store, and as I approached the cashier, I had a massive heart attack right there in the middle of Walgreens. I have never smoked a day in my life, no family history of heart disease, and had no symptoms until that day. Someone was obviously watching over me because the manager of the Walgreens immediately jumped into action. His military training kicked in, and he refused to have me die in his store while he was on duty. The ambulance arrived, and the paramedics shocked me over 8 times en route to the hospital. I was admitted as John Doe because I didn't have my ID on me. As I lay in a coma with no pulse and a blue, almost purple color to my skin, I was given less than a 10% chance of surviving. Meanwhile, while I was busy being in a coma, my wife came home to an empty house, and thankfully, after 34 years of being happily married, she can literally read my mind. Her women's intuition kicked in, and she sensed something wasn't quite right. She called her dad to see if I was with him. He said he hadn't seen or spoken to me that day. She gets scared and rushes to the hospital, where she is told they do not have me as a patient. Remember, I was admitted as John Doe. Eventually, my wife arrived back at our home, and our neighbor from across the street came over to tell her the sheriff's department had just left and they wanted someone to come to the hospital to identify me. Apparently, they had found a check in my shirt pocket that had our name on it. Pretty bad day, right? And just when you think things can't possibly get any worse, they do. My organs started to fail, kidneys quit working, I got an infection in my hand from the IV, and they thought they would have to amputate my hand. Man, seriously, what else could go wrong? At least, during all these horrifying events, there was a little good. As I lay in my coma for 18 days, one of our businesses had managed to make an easy $126,970. As incredible as it may sound, that was a small victory for me, yet it was an important one for my family. You see, even in the worst of times, the businesses my wife and I built could continue to prosper. It's this business system I want to share with you today in the next few minutes. The doctors had prepared my wife, kids, and family for the very worst. Because of the lack of oxygen, they thought I could be brain damaged. Most who know me would say I already was before this ordeal, but that's another story. Because I'd been in a coma for so long, the doctors decided to perform a tracheotomy. Apparently, even in a coma, I guess I wasn't really into that idea, because just minutes before they were to perform the surgery, I miraculously woke up. My wife and one of the doctors were in the operating room when I opened my eyes and very loudly shouted out, "Where's my damn money?" One of our tenants had come by and paid his rent in a huge wad of cash. I had this cash in my pocket the day I had the heart attack. My wife looked at the doctor and said, "I think he might be okay." With the help of some incredible doctors, amazing medical staff that refused to give up on me, and countless prayers, I am happy to say I have made what can only be classified as a miraculous recovery. However, as a result of the heart attack and lack of oxygen, I had a stroke in the optic nerves in my eyes, which has rendered me totally blind in the upper half of both eyes. So here I am half blind, and my wife is half deaf. I guess we really are soulmates. When you ask most people what is their most important asset, most will say it's their time. While that's hard to argue with, I would say your most important asset is your health. However, you are not here for health tips, I know. You want to know the system I used to build my incredibly successful businesses, right? Money is easy to make when you follow the right system. And that is what this presentation is really all about. The best business in the world. Remember at the very beginning of this presentation when I asked you if you would prefer to learn something from someone who's actually doing it as opposed to someone who just researched it? I am actually doing it and have done it successfully for 25 years now. I practice what I preach. I've put together a program to walk you through step by step the exact system I use to generate millions and millions of dollars. The program is called Income for Idiots. You may be thinking, wait a second, I'm not exactly an idiot. Most people probably have a different definition of what an idiot is. Here's my definition of idiots. It's individuals doing incredible, outstanding tasks successfully. Think about it. Idiots are pretty much running the world, and virtually all businesses are being run by idiots. As a matter of fact, being an idiot is the real key to your success. So let me ask you, do you ever feel like an idiot when it comes to trying to make money? If you've ever felt like an idiot or been called an idiot, it's time for you to get even. Become a rich idiot. I've never taught this information to anyone other than a very small select group of friends and employees. As a matter of fact, one of my ex-employees took the information I taught him and has turned it into a $30 million per year business. My family, friends, and employees think I would be crazy to offer this program for less than $500. Most of the gurus would charge at least $1,000 for a program like this. But I wouldn't dream of charging you anything close to those prices. After all, the people that really need the help are those who are struggling the most, and most have tried all the high-priced guru programs. And for those, I have a question. How's that working for you? Before I tell you the ridiculously low investment for this program, I promise to tell you about a few of my current products, and these are only 2 of my many products. You see, I know and understand something that virtually no marketing gurus, especially the internet marketing gurus, know and or understand, and that is the most important thing needed to make money is a product that people want to buy. No doubt you've seen this product just about everywhere. The first business started in early 2005. A charity came up with the idea of selling colorful silicone wristbands with slogans molded into them as a fundraiser. Others quickly followed. In February, a cancer foundation started offering blue wristbands for colorectal cancer screenings. 3 months later, the Lance Armstrong Foundation began offering its own yellow renditions of the bracelets with the now trademarked logo of Livestrong to support cancer research. Next, the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation weighed in with one in blue imprinted with the word breathe. All of the presidential candidates even wore them, along with many famous sports and acting figures. The problem was you had to order literally thousands. So I came up with an ingenious way to allow anyone to order just one, or of course a million. Now a customer could order just one wristband customized with their own personal message. These wristbands have become so incredibly popular that more than 250 million have been sold. These wristbands are no longer just being used to show support for cancer. People are wearing wristbands now for a wide variety of causes, such as company events, births, and seriously just about anything you can think of. Look around at all the people you see wearing these wristbands. We've produced wristbands for the Obama inauguration ceremony and a ton of other politicians. Hey, we don't get involved in politics, but they sure do spend a lot of money. This product is still selling strong after 10 years and has generated over 250,000 paying customers from all over the world with over 350,000 orders. The next thing you need to make money is great profit margins in what you're selling. These crazy little wristbands cost us around 5 to 10 cents, and we sell them for up to $5 each. Talk about a great profit margin. And these silly wristbands have spawned several other products that have generated over $100 million in sales. One that hit the market a few years ago and quickly become an instant must-have product for all school kids was shaped wristbands. They became so incredibly popular, they started getting banned in schools because kids were trading them, selling them, swapping them so much they weren't doing their schoolwork. The most popular ones were called Silly Bands, and our version was Buzz Bands, which were sold in Walmart, Walgreens, and other retailers around the world. Now, the hot new wristbands are called Rainbow Looms. We were in the process of developing our own product just like this called Connectables, but they beat us to the punch with their patent first. Hey, you can't win them all, and you don't have to when you follow the Income for Idiots system. Now, the wearables market for health wristbands has exploded with virtually everyone, including Nike, Power Balance, and Fitbit, just to name a few. So there are just two of our many products. As I said in the beginning of this presentation, I'm a doer, not a teacher. Although my wife and I have now devoted our lives to helping people. You can see the wristbands have been going strong for 10 years. Another one of my businesses had a 14-year, multi-million-dollar per year run. Others I start, build, and then sell like I did with my mobile health screening business. Now, allow me to show you too how to create a business or product that can generate an income for you for years to come. So, if you're tired of chasing the next magical guru secret for making money and want a program that actually works, this is it. This program is different. I want you to join our community of idiots, and who knows, if you apply what you learn in this program, you could even become a rich idiot just like I did. When you get the Income for Idiots program, here's just a few of the things you'll learn. The top 3 things to look for in a product, little known methods for finding hot products, how a simple add-on generated a $20 million windfall, and much, much more. However, I have to warn you, if you're expecting some professional, well-polished program that'll take you 60 days just to complete, this is not for you. You see, I've never sold an info product, so this system is a no-filler and no-fluff system for you to follow so you can finally crack the code to making money. This is the exact system I use to find products, evaluate products, and make money with them. I'm not going to try to convince you by using some fancy mind trickery techniques to try this. You either are finally ready for a change or you're not. But whatever you do, don't stop believing. Don't ever give up on making money so that you can create the lifestyle you want for you and your family. I've tried to make this as risk-free for you as possible. First, I've decided to offer the Income for Idiots program not for the $1,000 the gurus would charge, and not for the $500 my friends and family said I should charge. As I said previously, I would not dream of charging you anything like that. Without the bonus, it could easily be sold for $97. However, it's available now for a ridiculously low investment of only $10. Yet, I don't know how long I'll be able to continue offering this program for this low amount. So for less than a Starbucks latte and pastry, you'll learn a system for building a real business that can thrive in good times and bad, little-known methods for finding products that people actually want to buy, how to have virtually any product manufactured at the lowest possible cost, how to outsource virtually all your order fulfillment even while you're on vacation, clever ways to use shipping and handling fees to cover all your manufacturing without upsetting your customer, best method for finding large groups of hungry people that are interested in your product, the only reason customers will not buy from you, hint, there are only 4, and much, much more. There's really no reason for you not to join our community of idiots. Plus, if you act now before this presentation ends, I'll toss in an incredible bonus. You'll be invited to our private VIP mastermind group on Facebook, where you will have access to me and other business minds for free. The value of this group alone is potentially worth thousands of dollars. I know most of you must see a lot of offers that seem too good to be true. And you may be asking yourself, if this is such powerful information, then why are you practically giving it away for only $10? That's a great question. I'm offering the secrets of my system for $10 for several reasons. Number one, $10 allows the vast majority of people trying to make money to test my system without having to worry about selling a pint of blood or pawning off valuable possessions just to give it a try. Number two, anyone who's not serious enough to invest $10 in a proven system to grow their business isn't going to take the time to use the methods laid out in my system anyway. Number three, remember, it's not just a great bargain you're getting today. You'll be joining in on the biggest money-making movement in history. You'll be part of an ever-growing community, and you'll even make some wonderful friends along the way by taking part in our Community of Idiots Facebook Mastermind Forum. And on top of the ridiculously low price, I'll even let you take a full 30 days to try it, test it, and if for any reason you decide it's not for you, I'll give you a 100% refund, no questions asked. There's really no reason for you not to join our Community of Idiots. In a lifetime of chance, don't miss a chance of a lifetime. Do it now. Click the big green Yes, I Want In button below to claim your discounted price now. You'll be granted immediate access to everything, the Income for Idiots system, and all the bonuses, plus your special invitation to our private VIP mastermind group on Facebook worth $97 just for taking immediate action today. Here's what will happen the moment you click the Yes, I Want In button below this presentation. First, you'll be taken to our 100% secure checkout page to complete your order. Finally, you'll create your members-only account to access all your products, plus I have a few additional gifts too. It's that simple. P.S. I'll share with you on the inside one of the coolest things having money has allowed my wife and I to do. Hint, it's the greatest thing we've ever done. Now, click the green Yes, I Want In button.